make some comments now. It's a little strange, not an actor in the round, but let me say this. When Denise asked me if I wanted to have a 70th birthday party, I wasn't sure. I hesitated. And then she showed me the guest list. And I saw all of your names. And I thought, what could be more wonderful than to be with the most important people of your life, your family and friends. So Denise, my wife, we've been married 13 years. We just had a wedding anniversary a few weeks ago. I love you so much, and thank you. You're wonderful and sweet, lovely, loving, smart, beautiful. Thank you for everything, everything. And not only for doing this party and putting this party on, but for wanting to do it for me. So thank you very much, and another round of applause for Denise. I'm really a lucky guy. I'm a happy man. I like to think that I have a positive look on life. I don't dwell on negative things, and I'm just very fortunate. But I think a lot of it is luck. And I was lucky enough to have been born into a wonderful family. I can't tell you how fortunate I feel. I had 2 loving parents. I grew up with all 4 grandparents, a great-grandmother, and they made all of us feel, my brothers over here, feel important and loved. And as I reflect back, I'm an adult now, I can reflect on things. I realize the self-confidence that gave me, and boy, does that give you a head start in life, if you have that. So I'm so thankful to my family, and even though, you know, this is my home. I've been in Miami for 45 years. This is my home, but I have an anchor in Kentucky, and I loved growing up there, and I love my family. But life is about relationships. And I understand that more and more the older I get. And because of that, I want you all to know this party is about you. Because without you, you know, what would it be all about? Remember Alfie, what's it all about? Well, this is what it's all about. And so this is my way of celebrating you and everything that you've contributed to my life. The fabric, the chemistry of what makes me me is what you've all done and added to my life. So I could go around the room, person by person, and tell everyone here everything and the things that you've added to my life and why you're special, but obviously I can't do that. But if you'd indulge me, I want to just, there are a few people I want to introduce, and hopefully you've met some of my family, but I want to introduce them. And first, my children, my daughter Brielle, who you heard from, thank you for that lovely talk. And her husband, 8-time Mark, and their children, Charlotte and Oliver, and my son Spencer and Quentin. And I am so, when I tell people, we talk, and they tell me their families, and I tell them, they ask me where my children live, and they all live just a few miles from me. I mean, it's like almost too good to be true. It's wonderful, and I get to be with them all the time. But also Denise's daughter, who's here, Heather, and her husband, there now, and her son, Jacob, and daughter, Kate, wherever Kate is right now. Here she is. And all of us, and we heard her talk about this getting together for breakfast, and something I'm very proud of because it's worked really well. Sunday mornings, everybody comes for breakfast. I let Denise sleep late, and when the first grandchild gets there, maybe they'll wake her up, and I make breakfast. It's not brunch, it's breakfast, and it's eggs and sausage and pancakes and waffles, whatever it is. And I coined the name. It's called Grandpa and Gaga's Breakfast and Fun Club. And the motto is, come as early as you'd like, stay as late as you wish, but the kitchen closes at 10:30. So if they come after 10:30, they're cooking. But on a good day, and there's no pressure. If they want to come, they come. If they don't, that's fine. But on a good day, they'll linger around. Maybe they'll play chess, they'll go for a swim, and maybe they'll even stay for lunch. So that's a wonderful part of our routine and our family. So if all of our children and grandchildren would stand up so I can show you off, please. But I also want to point out my Louisville family. I want to introduce my brothers, Frank and Ron, and their wives, Barbara and Elaine, and their children, my nieces and nephews, all born and raised in Louisville, except for the spouses, of course. And now they live in Louisville, Chicago, St. Louis, and Denver. And they're here, and I'm so appreciative. They're sort of at this stage, just appreciative that you came here for me. And it means so much to me. And they have these little babies. I didn't know if they were going to be here, but apparently they're with babysitters so they can have more fun. And I hope they have more fun. But right now, there's only one of those grandnieces and nephews that lives in Louisville now. And his name's Arlo Weisberg. And I want to do a special thing. He's a 7th generation Louisvillian in our family. So I think that's very, very cool. So I have to tell you, it's times like this that I am like bursting with happiness. And I feel like I need to do something physical just to get it out and do something. So in honor, what?
Jumping jacks.
Well, no. In honor of this, my 70th birthday, I'm going to do 70 push-ups. Just kidding. I wish. But what I do say, and I've said it so many times to my kids, is I do this all day. I just take my arms as wide as I can. Take a deep breath and just be glad you're alive. Be glad you're alive. Be glad I can breathe, and be glad for all the wonderful things in my life, which are you. So now, I'm almost done. One thing, and Denise told me I didn't do anything. I'd never been here, seen this place. It's beautiful. Thank you, Denise. But I was asked to come up with a playlist for some of the music, and come up with a dozen or 2 dozen songs. I mean, you know how hard that is. And I subscribe to Rolling Stone magazine, so I'd saved an old edition of the 500 best rock and roll songs of all time.
Yeah.
And I'm a rock and roll, blues, reggae type of guy. Although I have to admit, since I've known this lady for almost 16 years now, I actually listen to classical music sometimes, and even opera. But that didn't make the playlist. So I went through and I came up with this list of songs, and I realized there are only 2 songs that are by the same recording artist. And it's not the Beatles, and it's not Bob Dylan, and it's not Motown. It's Jimmy Cliff, who's a reggae singer. I don't know if you know Jimmy Cliff. Who, by the way, Rick Kalen represented. Well, The Harder They Come is his biggest song, but the two songs, the first one is You Can Get It If You Really Want. Now, I don't know if you all know that song or not, but what happened is a number of years ago, it was a TV show or a parlor game or something where we had to come up with your theme song. And I decided that You Can Get It If You Really Want was my theme song. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna sing for you or talk for you, so you know what the song is. It goes, you can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want. You can get it if you really want, but you must try, try and try, try and try, and you'll succeed at last. So, I think it's important, I want you all to know, I've tried. I've tried to be a good colleague, I've tried to be a good friend, I've tried to be a good brother and uncle, and tried to be a good father, a good husband. And trying is very important. But tonight, I think I can say, because it's tonight, that I've been successful. I've succeeded. And the evidence and the proof of my success is you. So I applaud you and I celebrate you, and that's the reason we're here.
Yes.
But the second song is a sweet reggae song called Wonderful World, Beautiful People. And that's how I feel tonight. It's a wonderful world, it's been a wonderful night, and you're all beautiful. So thank you for being here. God bless.
Would everybody like to join us in singing Happy Birthday?